Bam, we're live. Just like that. Good morning. Jeez Louise. Kenneth. Start that mouth up. Robbie Myers. Good morning. Jay Hartle. Good morning. Saw you yesterday. Just talked to you yesterday. Just hung out with you yesterday. Courtney Olson. Good morning. Christine Young. Hi. Jethro. Good morning. The Shiz. Hiller's new video is classic. What's Hiller's new video? It was the one yesterday was great. The one yesterday was absolutely fantastic. This is nuts. Let's just start. Chinese flashed mysterious green laser over Hawaii, NASA says. I don't know if I don't know if I'm ready for stuff like this. This isn't Popular Mechanics. This isn't like in USA Today or MSNBC, some like just shit rag. This is like a dork mag, Popular Mechanics. This isn't from like CNN or ABC. This is an article about some green lasers that were flat. You want to see them? So you don't even have to believe it. I mean, I guess you still have to believe that this video came from somewhere. Let me switch screens here. And the people I talked to about what these green lasers are, I asked a few people. It's not good. There they are in the skies over Hawaii. The green laser lights captured with the Subaru Asai star camera on Makai, Hawaii on January 20th, 2023 were most likely from the DQI-1, a Chinese atmospheric environment monitoring satellite. You're telling me the Chinese have an atmospheric environment monitoring satellite? What does that mean? If you start Googling around about this, you won't like what you see. Everyone basically is suggesting the same thing, that they're targeting silos. That they're mapping out all of the missile silos in the United States and marking them with these green lasers. There's shitloads of articles on it. It's just a little disturbing that this one comes from Popular Mechanics, that it's not from. I mean, I guess Popular Mechanics could be part of the propaganda machine. This article has kind of like no slant to it. It's just the Dekai-1, that's the Chinese satellite, is using lidar to monitor the Earth. Lidar, one of those cameras on the back of your iPhone is lidar monitoring. It's some sort of 3D like mapping shit. The Cloud Aerosol Lidar and Infrared Pathfinder satellite observation has been orbiting for more than 15 years. Yeah, it's what a trip. What a trip. I subscribe to the Epoch Times. And I think the Epoch Times is owned by Chinese people. Not the Tai Chi people. I think it's owned by the Falun Gong people. And they fucking hate the Chinese government, right? They're Chinese. And so there's all sorts of like stuff in there that's, I don't know if it's true or not true, but it sure is antagonistic and inflammatory. It's never like China and the United States are getting along great. It's always like the Chinese are harvesting organs. And you're like, geez. Not Falun Dong, yeah. Not LIDAR. Wait, LIDAR. Fine, LIDAR. Philip Kelly. They send so many emails. Yeah, they do. Yeah, the Chinese. David, with more good news this morning. The days of being the world's superpower, NR1, is soon over for the United States of America. Jay Hartle, different form of propaganda. when people are doing things to children, oh man, here we go. Like wearing a mask around a child. I talked about it over a year ago, but there's 12 studies or 13 studies, all with the same conclusive evidence that if you wear a mask around a child, you're basically stopping the child. And by child, I think I mean like under the age of 2. You're basically cutting off more than 51% of how a child learns how to speak. There's this assumption that they learn how to speak by listening, but studies have shown that like 51% of the information they're taking in is from lip reading. So we have this whole generation, and I see the kids every day, by the way, at the skate park. If you just talk to any parents who played the COVID game, their kids got issues. All of them. Any of the parents who played the COVID game, their kids have issues, and the parents are quick to talk about it, and they're dipshits. They talk about it in front of their kids. Why are they dipshits for talking about it in front of their kids? Because then their kids will live up to what their parents are saying in front of them. The importance of words, right? So basically, if you wear a mask around a child, you're hurting a child. Now you know that. If you wear a mask around a child, you're openly hurting the child. You're abusing a child. Well, the presupposition there is that you want a child to learn words, to be able to speak, and to be able to enunciate words, and to learn social cues and all of the stuff that's taken away from them when you cover up the everything between underneath the eyes to the chin. Wishing good friend Connie Lingus a happy birthday. Connie Lingus, happy birthday. I think her name is Connie Lingus, but maybe that's a typo. John Clark, 1708, $1.99. God, I love how immature everyone is. Immature is good. I think there's something in one of your Bibles that says, only children enter the kingdom of heaven. Let it be known. One of my friends, I'm hearing, has to wear a mask around their brand new born niece or nephew. I don't know what it is, because my friend isn't vaccinated or doesn't have the flu shot, so they have to wear masks around the baby. And I'm like, dude, just don't see that baby. You're being fucking completely selfish. Don't go see that baby. I tried to call them yesterday and tell them. People have no idea what they're doing. You know, if you remember, you know how I like to use that analogy that people just look through the world through a straw. So I'll give you an example of that in terms of a time spectrum. You put suntan lotion on yourself to protect yourself, right? From sunburn. That lets you look out one day, right? So you're looking like this. You find out that after doing that for 10 years in a row, you end up having cancer and died. But you could have seen that if you'd have looked at the world like this. But you don't. You refuse, and you look like this. Those are the idiots that wear masks around kids. Those are the idiots who participate in any of the COVID stuff. There's no timeline for them. Those are all the people who just say we should get rid of guns. They never think of the cost. They never tell you what the cost is. They don't want to. They're like they're such simpletons. Those are the same people who've been wearing shoes their whole life to protect themselves from something that they've never experienced, that they've been told to protect themselves from. And now they got those fucked up toes and bunions, and their feet are pointy, and their back hurts. They didn't care. They don't care. They look at the world like this. You look at the world like this. You're just instant gratification. Get rid of guns. No more people die. Next year, we grab our ankles and take 10 shots from Pfizer. And talking to them is so annoying. That's like the Jon Stewart clip where that guy's comparing protecting hey, you believe in the Constitution, but you won't allow freedom of speech for trannies in your fucking kids' elementary school, but you want to protect guns. And all these people like fall for it. Oh, Jon Stewart got him there. How the fuck is anyone falling for that? I'm just tripping. This same family, they showed me that the child is laying on a diaper table having his diaper changed, and they have a blow dryer pointed at its butt to keep the baby warm. What do you think the implications are of blowing warm air on a baby's butt? at 2 years old. What do you think? All of fucking psychology, the good stuff and the bad stuff, it's all bad. But all of it is based on chasing stuff from your past, right? Chasing experiences from your past. Why would you put a blow dryer on your child's butt? Because you are uncomfortable with the child of what you think is the child being cold. I saw that the other day. There's so many fucking dumb things people do. The vast majority of us, we were born in a hospital, and they pricked our feet and took blood samples 10 times. There'll be someone in the YouTube comments that says, "Someone, you have to do that, or else the babies will die. You have to test for protein and digestive enzymes and blah blah blah." No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that. And the thing is you haven't even thought of the implications of what that stimulus might do. We live with just absolute, complete knuckleheads. You love saying get rid of 12 daily doses. Good morning. You love saying get rid of guns when people are only yelling, not giving them to people with psychiatric issues, dude. At least tell it how it is. Come on. Okay. Don't give guns to people with psychiatric issues. Ladies and gentlemen, do not give guns to people with psychiatric issues. But I would need to tell you, I have no idea what that means by psychiatric issues. Oh, I know what you mean. Don't give guns to people who are born men who think they're women, or who are born women who think they're men. Okay, I concede. I agree. I 100% agree with you. I'll at least tell it how it is. But I do disagree with you, buddy. I don't know where you live, but my cohort of libtards would like to get rid of guns altogether, except for the ones that they think protects them. I don't think anyone wants people with psychiatric issues to have guns. I think the thing is once again, they're concerned that if you start, that it's a slippery slope, that actually the people in power or the people who want to ban guns, it's just, they just want to make incremental steps. And then I say to you, what's the cost of that if we get rid of guns? This is that Jake the Snake Roberts? Or is that Salvador Dali? It's definitely not Salvador Dali. Dilberry, hi, good morning. Welcome from Europe. Where I really don't want there to be Chinese green lasers. It's not a slippery slope. It's simple. I know. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. You want to see? You want to see what the? You want to see what Astronomy Today is showing about the green lasers? Once again, I tell you, these are not like the shit rags. This is like this is some astronomy thing. How Chinese hypersonic glide vehicle works. Unfortunately, that glide vehicle supposedly is directed by targeting lasers from space. Man, I really don't. And then you know what else someone told me yesterday? Maybe this show is like some Glenn Beck show. Someone else told me that the reason why we're not coming clean about it, why there's not more information about it, is because of the millions of dollars that the Chinese have paid to Hunter and to the big guy, and they got him by the balls. I think that's really true. Someone could actually have our like something about our president that he did that's so important that doesn't get. I just want to say, dear Joe and Hunter, I'd like to give you a pass on the millions of dollars you took from the Chinese. I not only do I forgive you, but I accept your behavior. I understand drugs are very drug habits are die hard. They're very difficult to deal with. And that if there's any truth to the fact that the Chinese are holding information, I mean, Hunter, there's already video of you with prostitutes and smoking crack all over the web. It's cool. So the Chinese gave you a couple million. Now can we just fucking come clean with all the information? Babies are resilient. I hope he has a lifetime supply of McDonald's coffee for the ordeal. Babies are resilient. I just don't think it's a good idea to be just doing shit to babies without thinking of the implications of what they'll be chasing the rest of their life. By the time you're 4, pretty much all the shit that happened to you, you have to think of yourself as a record. For those of you know what a record is, and you spin, and the needle's put down when you're born, and then by the time you're 4, that record's written. And all it does is that start over every 4 years. You pick the time domain. I don't give a shit. And the only way to change that record is through fucking cultivating awareness, which 99.999% of the people aren't going to do. Cultivate awareness and stillness and channel something new to change their story. But you won't. Be the same story over and over and over again. Don't put a fucking blow dryer on your child's ass. I'll give you another example. I'm going to make this presupposition that the smaller unit in which you can manipulate something, the greater creative power you have. So let's say those big Lego blocks, right? The big giant ones that aren't made by Lego. You can't do a lot with them. You can build big shit fast, but you can't do anything with a lot of detail. Then the smaller Legos, you can like build shit that, like some guy fucking built a Bugatti. Some guy built a Bugatti out of Legos that you could actually sit in and drive, right? Oh, look, Dilberry's fitting right in. Finding the right questions that challenge the legend of you. Look at him. He's just squeezing right into the smaller unit in which you can control things, the more creative and the more power you have. That's why you play classical music for your child, or you play live music for your child and not synthesized rap music. Do you guys get it? They can have all that stuff later. In the beginning, that's why you don't want processed stuff. Think of the smallest unit, most basic, simple stuff you can introduce to your child's life. There's this Taoist saying, colors blind the eye, taste numb the tongue, sounds deafen the ear. That's a child. I don't even know if I use the word synthesized right, Trish. I don't know. But just fake instruments. Yeah, let your kid just listen to piano solos live and violin solos. I'm telling you, you give them smaller building blocks. You want your kid to be small building blocks. Raw meat. Raw meat. I know, I love the fake instruments too. It's cool. It's cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. I ain't hating. I'm just talking about what you want to give kids. You don't want to prick their feet with pins. You don't want to put blow dryers in their ass. You don't want to protect them from the cold. One of the dumbest things I ever did with Avi, I'm so embarrassed, is we had one of those warmers for the wipes. The twins didn't get that shit. You want to be able to be in tune with the smallest increments of things that are going on the planet. Here we go. The reason why I click on 12 daily doses is it's part of my I don't know if I'm ready to tell you why, but it's important. I need to lean in to doses. Just because some wacko told you they want to take guns away doesn't mean it's going to happen. There are stupid people who want to ban meat in cars. You think that's going to happen? Stop the stupid. It's very optimistic of you. I appreciate it. I like that. Very, very optimistic of you. I like that. Okay. Oh, I have the wrong thing up. Live call-in show. Here we go. Here's my notes. I've told you this before, and you guys think I'm joking, or you think I'm talking about some sort of wacko conspiracy. You guys think it's so funny. This is just the flopping dick stuff. I've told you this before, and I'm sticking by my guns. It's not a fact. This isn't fact. God, look how big her boobs look here in this picture. Kelly Cook's comedy. It is nice that she's so nice to look at. She's not like, I mean, she's beautiful, but it's not like annoyingly. You're not like, she's not like a sex pot. She's just like really hot. She's cool. But I've told you this before about haircuts and what they mean. I'm telling you again, there's a certain kind of haircut out there that triggers me. And she knows it too. Listen carefully. Block who? No, I haven't seen anything that needs to be blocked. No, I'm not going to micromanage. Block anyone you want. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I apologize. I need to not micromanage. 12 daily doses. Okay, I'm done. No, you're good. You're good. I love you all. I realize I ain't changed your minds. Unfortunately, even though I provide a solution with that. No, that's good. I'm cool. Everything you're saying makes sense. No one wants guns in wackadoodles' hands. And if they do, ban them from the chat. You're good. No wackadoodles with guns. We're all in agreement there. Hey, here's the thing too. These fucking these people that we're not digging, these trannies that are groomers, these fucking non-trannies that are groomers, anyone who's a groomer, all these people have these people who are shooting up schools and shit, they have a common denominator. Look at there's Sarah. There you go. You knew, huh? You knew, Sarah. Your beautiful eyes. Look at you staring at me. Don't stare at me. Don't stare at me. Here we go. This is for you, Sarah. You knew. Haha. You knew. Look at that. You're in my head since yesterday. It sucks. Those people all have the same issue. If you have an asymmetrical haircut or you're a high school shooter, you have the same problem, is that you just didn't have a good mom and dad at home. That's it. Everyone just needs a good mom and dad at home. Not even good. You just got to have both. Mom and dad. You need mom and dad. Mental health. I don't know if I can use mental health anymore as a term that means anything. Okay, here we go. Now listen. I've told you about this forever.
Friends went through a breakup and
what is this? The chat is filled with hot ass. That's awesome. That would make me I would feel stoked on that. Yeah. Thank you. Don't block 12 daily doses. He's a cash cow for Sevan. Now, someone with a fucking good head on their shoulders. Thank you, Trish. End of the day. Thank you, Trish. Okay, here we go. Now listen to this lady. Fuck asymmetrical haircut, Lisa. Yeah. David Weed, just straight to the heart of the issue. Women aren't funny. Hey, God, you're so fucking 1980s. How is that even a conversation anymore? Listen, asymmetrical haircut means mental illness. That's it. That's it. You guys, we can't ban people unless they're like soliciting children. We can't ban people. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. This is the channel of tolerance. We can't ban people, even if they like took something from like me. I don't want to ban anyone. I don't want anyone reporting my show either. Yeah, blue hair, all that stuff. Yeah, blue hair, weird haircuts, nose rings, all that shit. Just like something happened to you. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, look at, I don't want to use her as an example, but you guys know I've used her as an example before. Look at her hair now and then look at her hair 10 years ago. She's hotter now and she don't got that fucking fucked up haircut and she's cooler now. Way cooler. There you go. Now you know. And it's not just me. Everyone knows. So don't think I'm all fringing crazy. All the athletes, almost all the CrossFit athletes have mental illness. Yes, that's correct. No, I don't know. I don't know if Danielle does. Danielle's a different breed. Danielle's still young and rebellious and hot. And we let's not jump to conclusions. Outlier. But yeah, okay. I don't mental illness. Handful. That girl's probably a handful. Speaking of handfuls, guess who's coming on tomorrow? Rich is coming on tomorrow. Not that he's a handful, but he's cool as shit. I need to make another run at Danielle. Danielle has ligma. What's ligma? Oh, there we go. I like this. Danielle is a saint. Yes. There we go. Oh shit. Here we go. Oh, wow. Is that Krivkova's guy's wife? Is this Susan, that guy's wife? Holy shit. I had an asymmetrical hair. I had an asymmetrical haircut in the 80s and I thought I was cool. You're cool now if that's really you. Sevan, do you think Danielle Brandon is going to age well? As in looks. It depends on if she marries someone rich or not, and if she has kids. If she, oh, here we go. Sarah and I have some unfinished business. Or laziness in my case, I don't like to spend time on my hair. Asymmetrical hair you don't have to spend time on? Someone could just say your hair's parted. Maybe I have a mental illness because I don't like it's the things that aren't symmetrical. Okay. Well, there you go. At least I feel somewhat vindicated. Somewhat. Had my eye removed. What's this? Here we go. This is always fun. I don't do a lot of memes, but I think I have a few today. At the age of 5, I identified as a pirate. My parents took me to the children's hospital. My eye was removed for the patch. One leg was amputated below the knee for my peg leg. My hand was removed for the hook. My pronouns are P and irate. Arr. I guess the only thing, yeah, I guess a pirate's real. It's a signifier for a lifestyle, right? You're on a boat and you steal shit. Like they have pirates off the coast of Somalia. They don't look like that. Those are black pirates. It's a little bit different if you think you're a dude or a girl, but you're the opposite. Had my eye removed. Man, raising the kids is important. I am by far from perfect. And I'm not saying that like to be humble. I really wish I was perfect, but fuck, I'm a goddamn expert. Man, I'm an expert. I wish a child experting podcast could be crazy popular. I just don't think they are. I give you another tidbit. This one's hard to remember. Very difficult to remember. But this is for people who have really young kids. Under 3. You ready? Here it is. and you're going to know this, but this, you always have to be reminded of this. Right before your kid falls asleep, often your kid will have these crazy temper tantrums. And it's like 30 seconds before they fall asleep, or a minute before they fall asleep, or 2 minutes before they fall asleep. And they'll have these crazy temper tantrums, explosions. You can't even explain it. And you'll actually try to interact with the kid. You'll either get angry or be too nice or try to feed them something, or you'll try to have some sort of you will react to that kid's temper tantrum. And 30 seconds later, you'll look back in your car seat and your kid's asleep. Or you're holding your kid in your arms and they're passed out asleep. And you realize what a fucking idiot you were for any interaction you did, positive, negative, that you should have, that child just didn't need anything. That's just part of their process for going to sleep. Sometimes you'll be like, oh shit, I probably kept him awake an extra 20 minutes too long because I started trying to interact with them and turned on a TV or tried to deal with it. Remember, don't react. If you're not sure what to do, don't react. It's very that's like one of the holy grails of information you need if you have a child under 3. I don't know why they do that. I used to have this like crazy kind of thought that when I would see them do that, that's because they don't want to leave this world. They know they're going back to their other world where they came from. They're back with God, where you're not allowed to swear and listen to Two Live Crew. There you go. That was 548. Colin Lawrence, note, pick them up and place them in their room, safe, quiet place, or leave them where they are, reinforcing nothing negative. You mean yes? You mean yes? Not nope. Yes, you agree with me. Oh, here we go. My dad gave me scotch to fall asleep or toothache, old school parenting. And now you're an alcoholic. I understand. See, look at. Here's more money. 12 daily doses. Don't ban guns. Check background instead. They do background checks already. So true. No, not the right background check, dude. Brandon Waddell, background checks are done on all gun purchases. I know it's so hard, right? Samantha H. Yeah, don't engage your child at that point. So hard. I think you have to take a test in California to get a gun too. You have to be like, should you put the gun in your mouth? Like, it's like questions like that. If the gun's jammed, do you ask your 3-year-old child to look down the barrel? Stuff like that. That's that. Oh my God. I saw this. This is great news. You know, the young man we've had on the show several times, that quarterback, Tyson Bagent. Incredible news. I saw this yesterday. I'm so excited for him. Look at this. How great is this for Tyson Bagent? Listen to this. You guys ready? Here we go. This is from Scientific America. Let you know how smart I am, where I get my information.
Scientific American just published this article. Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence black men experience in football. It then made the observation that violence in football disproportionately affects black men. To alleviate this racial injustice, some have suggested that the NFL implement an affirmative action plan to promote racial diversity and get more white players in the NFL. Now, it's also rumored that Harvard may take over the NFL draft and just pretend that black players are Asian.
Yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, or whatever that is. Wouldn't that be amazing? I think like half this story is true and the other half isn't true. I think Scientific America really did say Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence in black men experience in football. Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence that men with hair experience in football. Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence that men experience in football. Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence that people who breathe oxygen experience in football. You see? Damar Hamlin's collapse highlights the violence men who wear tights experience in life. Yeah, dudes who wear tights like that are going to get roughed up a little bit in some neighborhoods. It's crazy. Eric Wise, what if I buy my gun from my homie down at the Port of Oakland? Do I need a background check? No, sir. You're good to go. Give you a pass on that. Have you seen Oakland now has an Instagram account like Portland does, just showing all the crazy shit? Once again, I like to reiterate for those of you who don't live in the United States, most of the United States is not like the shit you see. Like most of this shit's really, really good. Like where I live like 20 miles south of all that chaos in a small hamlet called Santa Cruz, and life is good. Like sunny, thousands of people out surfing today. Our food is impeccable. Impeccable. I can grow anything I want in my backyard. I can have all the guns I want. Brace yourself. I have something really good for you guys today with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like really good. I think this lady's too nice. I want to show you this. I think this lady is I think this lady's too nice, but I like her, but I just think she's too nice. Here we go. Oh no, I don't even have her on the screen yet. Here we go. Here we go. This is some Jon Stewart level manipulation. Here we go.
This is just a reminder that a trans child is just like a vegan cat. We all know who's making the choices here. To the parents doing this to their children. It doesn't make you cool, trendy, or with the times, but it does make you an abuser. This is just a reminder.
There are no vegan cats. None. Zero. There's people who feed that shit. Just like my dog's not a fucking vegan. But if I'm eating a pear, I can just throw him a piece and he eats it. But my dog is not a vegan. He's not a fruit eater. It's domesticated tardation.
That a trans child is just like a vegan cat.
A trans child is just like a vegan cat. There are no vegan cats. There are idiots who force their cats to have eat vegetables and fruit, and they hurt their cats. They damage their cats.
We all know who's making the choices here. To the parents doing this to their children. It doesn't make you cool, trendy, or with the times, but it does make you an abuser.
Abuser? Is that word strong enough? Is that word strong enough? Your 3-year-old child self-diagnoses, your 3-year-old boy self-diagnoses as a girl, and so you help your child remove its genitalia through chemicals and surgery? I don't know if abuser is the right word. I don't know if abuser is the right word. Are you guys making fun of the way that chick looks? I think she looks good. I like lip gloss. Lip gloss and eyeliner are two. If you in the Church of Sevontology, those are acceptable makeup. Accoutrement. I even liked Johnny Depp. The only thing I liked about that movie he was doing is that black eyeliner he would wear. No, I've never worn eyeliner. What would be more important? What do you think is more important? We address our gun issues, or we address this issue? I have like 5 of these today. It really is bad. It really is bad. Here we go. Brace yourself.
Town of Rolling Stone will be back, and we'll be with you every step of the way. And what did I say? I said Rolling Fork, Rolling Stone. I got my mind going here. The town of Rolling Stone will be back, and we'll be with you every step of the way. And what did I say? I said Rolling Fork, Rolling Stone. I got my mind going here.
Okay, David, that's where you chime in. Go ahead, David. Say it. Chime in, David. That's where you say it. Oh, Nelly. I have friends who think he's okay. I have friends who think he's okay. I have friends who think he's okay. What's up on? That could happen to anyone. We see you do that shit every day on your show. Okay, fine. All right. All right. Fine. I hear you. We'll get back to Joe Biden in just a minute. But before I forget, because we are 40 minutes into the show, we do have to reach our showly quota. This is an elephant walking. Yeah, so check this out. Here we go. Just bumping into the leg. Just getting caught between your legs. That looks like a baby elephant, doesn't it? There you go. You guys have no idea how much cock is in my you have no idea how much cock is in my inbox. You have no idea. I'm not enjoying it because I have to sift through so much to get this. And I'm going to tell you, there is a disproportionate amount of black dudes with giant cocks, and no one has sent me an Asian dude with a giant cock or a Middle Eastern dude or an Indian dude. I think there was one like maybe Arab dude. The cock quota. No, it's not dang, it's dong. In all honesty, how are there this many people in the world that think Biden is a good choice? Biden doesn't scare me. The massive amount of dumb people scare me. Man, just their hatred for it's the same thing with they just haven't come to terms with the fact that they're the pedophilia party either. There's just something that they want to defend so badly. It's so weird. Talk about a fifth wheel. Yeah. I mean, imagine that thing. I'd like to see the viscosity of what comes out of that. Must be just fucking crazy. I feel like I've seen an elephant come before. Okay, here's a good one. I like this. Do you guys think this is true? It seems benching your own body weight and back squatting. Here's the thing: back squatting your own body weight and benching your own body weight seem just like, yeah, no duh, anyone can do that. Especially if you're a dude, maybe if you're not a girl. But the deadlift seems a little high to me. I don't know. Here we go. Listen.
If you can bench press your own body weight, and that you can squat your own body weight and deadlift 2 times your body weight, you're part of the 5% of the strongest humans on earth.
Well, and then someone wrote here, this guy, Mr. Santos, it's actually bench 1.5 times, squat 2 times, and deadlift 2.5 times. Yeah, I don't think I could ever. I had to have been in the top. Well, I guess I'm all messed up because we're in the United States. I have to be in the top 5% fittest people in the United States. Just doing pull-ups and running and picking something off the ground. I back squatted my body weight like 85 times and I was like, what's the point? Legs were sore for days. Yeah. I remember Rob Orlando did that. He did 100 back squats without putting the bar down with 200 pounds. He said it was pretty dumb. Say the right things and size doesn't matter one bit. Like what? I have $100 million in the bank in a fucking private jet. You just whisper that into someone's ear, and dick size doesn't matter at all. I don't know. I think I disagree. I think that I think if you're a girl, you like a good pounding by a big cock. There's a like a surrender. I'm just gonna surrender and just get drilled. I think that there's I think that there's a lot of women who, whether they say it or not. I mean, no girls ever just told me that, but I think there's a certain bit of peace and acceptance. Just submit and just take one. Just get smashed by a big one. It's my opinion. I'm open. I'm open to getting smashed by a little cock too. But I just think that I just think if I was a girl, but those women who do like that aren't these women I'm about to show you. This is nuts. This is a trippy. I kind of want to go through this whole Instagram account here. This one's called Openly Gay Animals. I didn't look at any of the other posts. Someone sent me this. This is real. First of all, do you think that's a man or a woman? That's incredible. That's real, dude. That's someone protecting themselves from COVID. They thought it was a good idea to put a plastic bag over their head. This is a couple that's put tampons over their face. Is that what those things are called? Or tampons, the things that look like bullets? Oh, it's sanitary napkins. Look, she's wearing gloves. She has two sets of glasses on her head. Look at this guy. This is real. A paper bag, a garbage bag, gloves. Look at the lady who works there. This dude is wearing an Alhambra bottle with a charcoal filter on the top. Thank you, David. It was about time. Greatest country in the world. Pads. It's pads. I ain't gonna lie. That one's pretty crazy. That one's pretty amazing. That one's pretty amazing. Does that guy work there, or is that guy purchasing something? No, he's purchasing. Man, look at that register. That register is like from 1980. That lady sits down when she works. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep going. You guys, this was 2 years ago. You know what's crazy too? This is a birthday hat. She's put a birthday hat over her face. That's a shoe. A dude tied his shoe around his mouth. I know some of you want to say this isn't real. This is fully real. You have to this is fully real. This is a sponge. I'm going to come back and we'll do a whole racist slant on this too. That's a Rastafarian dude, I think. That's like some Arab Rastafarian, right? Look at him. He's even got his dreads. Dude, if you have dreads, you already have all the diseases of the world in there. I like the stack of White Claw in the back too. This Asian guy, that's a bra pad. Those are the things that all the CrossFit games athletes have to wear to make it look like that they still have boobs. So here's the thing. I totally see this as an Asian guy thing to do. Zero fucks given. Just took that out. Or maybe that's a shoulder pad. I'm going to go with bra. This right here, just whatever. Just ghetto Arab. Dude, Mexican lady with the sponge. Are you kidding me? That's culturally so perfect. Black dude with the sneaker, some Air Jordans as his mask. I mean, this shit, you can't make this shit up. I don't know. That could be anyone. That lady could be white trash too. I said it. She's just went. There's this one. Yeah, that could be anything. That, honestly, that seems a little more Asian to me than a black dude. I was really disappointed when the black community participated in COVID. I really thought that they were too smart. I thought that they just knew. I thought they knew. I thought they didn't give a fuck either. That was a little bit of a letdown in my prejudice and discriminatory beliefs. They kind of dropped a notch as a whole. I don't even know what that guy is. I don't know what he is. But look at this asymmetrical haircut on the checker. What do you think she is? Look at her fucking haircut. Total. Just old people with coronary heart disease and all sorts of shit using, just white people using pads. Zero fucks given. There's probably something in these latex gloves that probably shortened her life by a year. She doesn't even know. And then this thing. Yeah. This thing doesn't even own its own cart. This thing is so cheap. It uses a plastic bag as a COVID mask and it borrows the cart from the store. Yeah, this is just ghetto. Everyone fits their masks culturally. Yeah, sanitary napkins for a face shield. I know a guy who only subscribes to your page and no others. He's usually here in the chat, says you're high class. I am. I'm a former Democrat snob, elitist. I'm just not racist. That's the only thing. Or maybe I'm racist and I accept it. Either way, I not participating. I don't hate people. Really. Only the pedophiles. I don't even hate them. I just want them to go away. Far, far away. Like not on this in any existence where I exist. So that was the ethnic COVID masks piece. Okay. Oh, here's another meme. I like these. Here we go. Here's another meme. Kyle Sefcik, he's a doctor. After 2 years of homeschooling our children, we have talked to and hung out with thousands of other homeless. Take two. After 2 years of homeschooling our children, we have talked to and hung out with thousands of other homeschool parents and children. None of them claim to be trans, gay, or use pronouns. Literally zero. Isn't that a trip? Isn't that a trip? I wonder why that is. Because those parents are really abusive and they hide and they don't allow their child freedoms because they don't accept their children. I think that's it. Okay, here we go. You guys are gonna love this. This totally. So remember yesterday when that girl was throwing water at Alex Stein, and I was like, "That's not cool." And by the fifth time she threw water at Stein, I'm like, "Hey, like you're not you need a lesson in the hierarchy here of the planet. You need like a reality check. Like people who don't have that reality check are the kind of people who need to go to prison. Like if you're a woman and you're 5 feet tall, you have no fucking business throwing water on a man who's 6'4", who's not doing anything to you." And at some point, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, I personally think you need to be kicked in the chest or slapped across the face really hard. Like you're out of touch with the hierarchy here on planet Earth. Like, you're so out of fucking touch with reality. And Souza said, I don't know, that's a little much. Kick a woman in the chest for throwing water. I agree, it is a little much. But if he did it, I don't think it's bad at all. Like, I think he's doing her a favor. But here we go. But Souza did say, hey, if you spit on someone, like, brace yourself. If you spit on someone, brace yourself. Okay, here we go. So that little guy, just spit on a big giant dude who entered a subway. And the subway train's about to pull away. One, two. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Two people called at the same time.
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh shit, thank you. What the fuck?
You bet.
God, thank God there's someone like you. Oh my goodness.
No problem.
How often do I do that? How often do I do that?
I think you've only done it one other time where it like went on forever.
That's the most embarrassing moment I've had in my life.
You're like, your face was like staring off at the screen and you weren't even moving. I was like, did mine just lock up? Like, oh no, we can't see it.
Okay, here we go. Now here we go. Son of a bitch. Thank you, Travis. No wonder two people called at the same time. Travis Bellinghouse saves the show. Okay, here we go.
Small man complex, thinking this guy's going to get in the car and go away. But not today. Oh, my God, the beast is unleashed. And now he's going to town, taking him to the ground, getting him in the full mount position, and now grounding and pounding his face into hamburger helper oblivion. My God, he's sending him back in time. I think he just broke his freaking flux capacitor, takes his bag of shit, and walks right out the door like freaking Clint Eastwood. My God, let's take a look at this brutal
that guy with his arm hanging out the door, he just got spit on. Someone spit on him. This little guy spit on him. Just as the train's supposed to pull away.
You can see little Napoleon douchebag walk up to the door thinking he's safe, but this is where he said, oh my God, I screwed up. And booyah, unleashes the beast. He comes out, lands a nice shot to the chin. His knees buckle like a newborn deer. Now his face is starting to look like a hot pocket that exploded in the microwave.
I think spitting's too far. Look at, there is, boom, spits on.
Thought it was a good idea to continue to spit on this guy who is 2 times his size. Of course,
oh shit, he spit on him again. A double spit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think BLM. Yeah, don't spit on giant black dudes. Devesh Maharaj, don't say anything funny or profound for the next 30 minutes while I go to this meeting. Dan Bailey sucks. $5. The kid's good, glad he got his ass beat, right? Spitting on people's horrible. Hey, what's up? That's why it's so lame what they do. They do that to Alex Stein too. They spit on him. It's despicable. It's a pretty despicable behavior. Caller, hi.
Sevan, you know what's crazy? That was karma for that guy.
Like instant.
If anyone knows subways, Allison would know. Anyone that visited New York,
yeah,
those doors close, they never open again.
Yeah, unless you're 6'5" black guy, they open for you. They know. Those doors have diversity training.
And that's the most popular train station in the entire subway system.
That one right there.
Yep, 34th and Penn, 34th Street. Yep.
How cool is it that yesterday we were talking about like needing to get an ass whooping if you spit, and And there you go. That dude needs a cup of coffee to come back to life, right? A little Paper Street coffee.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. How are you?
My wife's such a tough critic with coffee, and we tried the CEO brand.
Yeah.
Holy cow! She's like, "Where'd you get this coffee from?" And I was like, "Paper Street Coffee." She's like, "You got to buy it right now. I need more."
Oh, that's
Good job, Gabe.
I love it. Yeah, thank you. I thought you were Gabe. This is Jethro. Yeah, good job, Allison. This is Jethro.
All right, dude. See you later.
Okay. Hey, did I miss some crazy shit in the chat? I thought I saw a post that where Allison was like, I made $1 million bouncing my boobs or something. And then I'm like, oh shit, I must be missing some good shit.
You're missing a lot of content on the chat.
Okay. Fuck me. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking at a screen that you guys can't even see.
Yeah, I called you too. It was buzzing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh shit. I'm gonna see Allison today. I'm gonna ask her what she was saying. Let's see her at skate camp. Okay, here it is. This is what I wanted to show you. This is exactly what I wanted to show you. This is just this is the thing. This is I want to say it's just crazy right-wing shit. I really do. I want to say that I'm just myopic or that I'm just manifesting around me the stories that I want to see or the stories that I just keep, because I'm stuck in the algorithm. I just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over and over. But I don't think it's true. I think that something really weird has gone on with this Democratic Party, and something is fucked up, man. And they are being, the whole party is being used, or there's disproportionate of fucking people who are abusive to kids in that party. They're codependents of pedophiles and drug users and rapists and all the bad shit and violence and theft. They're codependents of all of that under the guise of skin color, all sorts of idiotic things, freedom of choice, allowing kids 12 years old to start taking hormone blockers, just all of these weird things that are just coming out of that party. Tank Reeves, Sevan, when are you going to wake up and realize there's no left and right, dude? You're still in the Matrix. What would it, let's say I did realize that. What would be the outcome? I just sit back in the center of the circle and just watch it all go down. It's all perfect. It's all meant to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Is that what I see? Tell me what I see from there. I'm being serious. Tell me what is the perception there? Then would I not act at all? I wouldn't be an actor in the play anymore. I just chill. The point isn't that the right is correct, Mr. Reeves. I don't do a lot of I don't think I do. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't do a lot of like, oh my God, the Republicans are so great, Trump's so great. I don't do that. I just mostly just do libtard bashing. Marjorie Taylor Greene looks like Wilson from Castaway. You mean like that? That's the volleyball. I don't know. When am I going to wake up? Let me know. I don't know. When am I going to wake up? Fuck. Help a brother out. Stephen Flores. It's the globalists versus everyone else. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, Sevan. What do you see? Unfortunately, it's the life is pointless. There's no point other than family. That's it. That's all. Okay. Well, cool. Then I'm there. I'm good. Thank you. I still appreciate though I'm there. I think I'm there. I'm not sucking I'm not sucking any party's cock. I don't think. I'm just not doing the I'm just part of my role in the pointless play is maybe fishing for more souls, since I have a little I've created a little space of peace for myself to share that. Maybe that's my role. Okay, here we go.
And things she says that are over the top, like The Democrats are a party of pedophiles.
I would definitely say so. They support grooming children.
They are not pedophiles. Why would you say that?
Now listen, she says stuff that's over the top. And then she says, listen, if a child told you that they were suicidal and you reacted to them, or an adult, anyone, if anyone told you, hey, I'm suicidal, and you said to them, no, you're not, why would you say that? You're kind of a douchebag, right? You have to take that seriously, right? Someone just told you that they're suicidal. You have to take that seriously, right? You have to get to the bottom of that, right? You have to at least talk to them and give them resources, right? She's claiming that there's a whole entire party protecting pedophiles. We all see it, whether it's intentional or not intentional. We all see it. Tons of us see it. They're protecting pedophiles. They're protecting murders. They're protecting violence. They're openly creating situations that make it fucking impossible for fucking black communities to thrive. While on the other hand, saying that that's what they want to do and support. I mean, we all see it. And she rolls her eyes and says, why would you say that? Not like, oh shit, can you tell me more? What details do you have? It's not, she's just pushing back on it because it makes her uncomfortable. Because she's a weak, frail lady. Look at the difference in these women too, by the way.
Democrats support, even Joe Biden, the president himself, supports children being sexualized and having transgender surgeries. Sexualizing children is what pedophiles do to
That she just laid it out. He fully supports that. Joe Biden fully supports that. That's the Democratic Party. Reparations. Protect kids from their parents. Allow them to make the decision at the age of 12 to get vaccinated, to start hormone blockers, to keep things from your parents. To have schools where they ask to have a high schools where the teachers, they defend the teachers who ask your kids, what are your sexual fantasies, and give me the initials of the person you want to do it to in class.
children.
Wow. Look at, and then she did this. She goes, wow.
Okay.
Rolls her eyes. Okay. And all she can do is facial gestures. I grew up with that. I wish I could tell you. I've seen that. That is what it's like growing up in Libtardville. You have to watch. If you haven't ever been in a blue area, this is exactly what it's like talking to liberals. There's nothing of value that comes out of their mouth, and all they do, that's like a subtle form of bullying. You see that? I mean, it doesn't work. Who cares?
And things
but it does work on kids.
She says that are over the top, like
the Democrats are a party of pedophiles.
I would definitely say so. They support grooming children.
They are not pedophiles. Why would you say that?
Democrats.
All that eye closing when she responds and turning her head.
Support. Even Joe Biden, the president himself, supports children being sexualized and having transgender surgeries.
He does support children being sexualized and transgender surgeries. He's okay with trannies going into elementary schools and dancing.
Sexualizing children is what pedophiles do to children.
Wow.
Okay.
All that, the eye roll, the look up. God, it's just fucking, you guys are watching me just relive my childhood. It's unfucking believable. I know a fucking 1,000 ladies like that lady. You can't ask anyone a fucking question. You can't talk to anyone. Yeah, I love watching them squirm now too. My mother-in-law is a liberal, but if I told her what Marjorie Taylor Greene said, she would agree. Then how can she support the party? Isn't that enough to just jump ship? That's what I mean. Isn't that enough to just like, okay, as Tank Reef says, I'm in the Matrix, but at least I'm not going to support that in the Matrix. I live in a blue area. None of what you're saying is true. Green is talking about the same percentage of wackos on the right that think January 6th was cool. I live in a blue area. None of what you're saying is true. You're not what am I saying? When I grew up around libtards as a kid, that they did that, they eye rolled and they never could push back with any facts. It was just emotion and try intimidation. That's not true. How would you even know if that's true? That's 100% true. I'm showing you one right here, a queen of the libtards, Frank, from 60 Minutes. I'm showing you it from the queen of the libtards, and you're saying it's not true. Green is talking about the same percentage of wackos on the right. You want to compare. Wow, this is fucking amazing. Be honest with me. What are you saying here? Why are you jumping from kids getting molested and a whole party supporting molestation of children, whether they know it or not, versus people protesting on the Capitol? By the way, there's so much evidence now about the Capitol. I don't know how you could even bring up January 6th ever again. January 6th was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let me guess. You think that was one of the craziest days in U.S. history? You think it was since the Civil War? You think it's gnarlier than, dude? You think it's every day during George Floyd there was a protest somewhere that was gnarlier than January 6th? How come you don't bring up any of those? Hey, you want to know what's not cool? You want to know what's not cool is that O.J. Simpson fucking got off for fucking killing someone. You want to know what's not cool is that we don't have the Epstein list. I'll do 10 more January 6th to get the Epstein list. What about you? What will you put on the table? What will you give up? What do you think? Hey, I'll do 100 more January 6s to bypass the pandemic, the regulations the government put on the pandemic. How about you? What do you think's worse? One of the fucking pandemics? We'll throw that in Joe Biden's tank, or I mean, Bill rallies are just as bad, just as bad, dude. They burned down fucking cities, dude. Burn down cities. Oh, shut it. OJ didn't do it. Yeah. January 6th was a fucking nothing burger. Of course, January 6th wasn't, it wasn't directly about the pandemic. Yeah, you're right. I'm not suggesting it was. I'm just saying, like, there's things that happen every day that make January 6th look cool. Don't, like, you're just believing some sort of, I don't even know how you compared those. Don't distract me from what we're talking about, these fucking libtards. And everything I am saying is true. The spirit of what I'm saying is true. It's 51% true, but I think it's more like 99% true. Interrupt me ever again. Here you go. This is, some of you aren't going to want to see this. Some of you probably should leave. This is in France. This is in France. This is in France. I'm a party guy. What party am I? Please tell me, what fucking party am I? Here we go. Tank Reeves, Sevan, I think you should be an anarchist libertarian. I think I should be with everyone's mom. Here we go. Here we go.
This is John Lockland. I'm the director of FVD International. I'm speaking to you from the Palais de Tokyo in Paris. Behind me, you can see an exhibition space. I'm not allowed to film in there. I started to film and the guards told me I had to stop. The reason is that there's a painting in there which shows two children with their hands tied behind their backs being forced to perform oral sex on a grown man. It's an example of the banalization of paedophilia. The French judicial authorities have recently said that this painting should stay, even though an appeal was made against the museum by an organization defending the rights of children. In the name of free expression, therefore, something is now hanging in the public space in Paris, which is designed to banalize the worst forms of sadistic paedophile pornography. FVD demands that this stop, both in the Netherlands, both in France, and indeed all across the world.
I'm starting to think that the Netherlands is just completely
This is John
fucking
Lockland. I'm the
lost.
director of FVD International. I'm speaking.
So I just ask you, do you think that there's I'm a freedom of speech I'm a freedom of speech guy. I just this is throw that on top of the Marjorie Taylor Greene shit and the libtard roll in their eyes. Why would Biden? Blah. Europe is lost, Sevan. Oh no. I know. Sometimes I feel like that, like people don't realize the U.S. is the last stronghold. But the sickness is here. I just saw someone sent me something from their college. From what's the college? I'll show you. This is just a fucking trip. You see this? You guys aren't gonna like this. This is Smith College. Prestigious college. Very prestigious college. One of the best small colleges in the country. And in their quarterly magazine, they just released "Be prepared for continued audacity of fat people," and it says the fat liberation movement is here. So now these behaviors that are killing people and keeping pharma alive and shortening people's lives is now a liberation movement. Yeah, I think it is hyper liberal, and it is. I think you're right, and I suspect you're right. I think it is all female, and honestly, my friend who went there is got some is torn. When I speak to her, I can tell she's torn. She has more libtard disease than I do, but we're all what's that called when we're all rehabbing. Dude, are you kidding me? David Weed, America's the biggest shithole. Come on, man. No, I'm telling you, it's not. I haven't been to enough of America. It's fucking amazing here. My wife gave me some feedback for yesterday's show. There was a part in the show where I was saying, hey, this lady has her boobs out, and I'm not anti-boob, but the boobs are a distraction. And then someone in the comments said, hey, when you have your jugs out, no one will ever take anything that comes out of your mouth seriously. And my wife said when she heard that, she said that when I say the F word, it's the same thing as jugs. Basically, that's some pretty harsh feedback, but I appreciated it. She's saying when I say the F word like 30 times in a row, it's like having big tits out. Not as cool, probably, but there's some. This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. This is it. This is more of my childhood. Maybe that's what this show is. This show is just you guys watching me do self-therapy on my childhood. This is it. This is my childhood right here. You ready? Here we go.
Love everyone, accept everyone for who they are, their differences, their inequalities, like just tolerance and love and acceptance. What do you think of Donald Trump? Him. Oh God, die.
Gotcha, bitch. That's how it is. Where's the message of the day?
Love everyone, accept everyone for who they are, their differences, their inequalities, like just tolerance and love and acceptance. What do you think of Donald Trump? Him. Oh God, die.
That's it. That sums it up. That just sums it up. tolerance, and love. That's it. I just summed up my whole childhood for you. Frail women who haven't worked a day in their life, dictating what everyone does, including all the men around them. And by the way, not my mom. My mom was a hardworking badass. And fake kindness, completely fake kindness. Completely fake kindness and tolerance, completely fake and benign. It's like kindness as an image. Kindness as just an image, not as a value.
And I wonder if you would like to kind of backtrack or apologize on characterizing the CRTC as a small group of privileged insiders closest to the prime minister. And I would also ask him if he would like to define the word woke. I asked one of his colleagues as well for that definition, and I'd like to see what he has to say. Thank you.
Leader of the opposition.
Actually, I will backtrack. It is a big group of insiders, Madam Speaker. It is a big, sprawling bureaucracy with far too many people working for it. There will be less people working for the CRTC when I'm Prime Minister because they'll have less power and they'll have a hell of a lot less to do when I restore freedom of speech and freedom of expression online and on the internet. And as for the definition of woke has one purpose, only one purpose. Plenty of pretexts, but only one purpose: control. It is designed to divide people by race, by gender, by ethnicity, by religion, by vaccine status, and any other way that they can divide people into groups. Because why? Then you can justify having a government to control all those groups. No more woke. We need freedom.
We don't care who's at our graduation. We don't care who's at our wedding. We don't care if you're vaccinated or not. We don't care if you're a man who thinks he's a woman or a woman who thinks he's a man. We don't care about any of that. But you know who does? To the point to where they're willing to kill you. If there aren't 13 different graduations at the college, there isn't money set aside to hire a Bangladesh transgender pygmy men. I know, it's crazy. No way he's Canadian, right? More wokeness, less guns is the answer. Just a giant show of bashing the libtards today. We are not conservative. I don't know what we are. Can't speak for you. Oh, here's another one. Man, I'm on a roll. I didn't realize. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So there's so many funny comments in this. This is hard for me to believe is even real. And I did I did about 10 minutes of fact checking and it appears to be real. Oh, look, shit. Jake Lockhart liked this. This is the coach for Mayhem. We had him as a guest on the show. This is unbelievable. Trish, you are conservative. Don't be a pussy. Just say it. Okay, here we go. This is nuts. Here we go.
You got the vaccination?
Yeah.
Are you okay? I mean, you seem, no, it works. Or or the mom and dad, or the neighbor, or when you go to church, or when you're, no, I really mean it. There are trusted interlocutors. Think of the people. If your kid wanted to find out whether or not there's a man on the moon or whatever, something, or, whether those aliens are here or not, you got the vaccination?
Yeah.
I don't think that's edited. I believe that is one contiguous clip. I can understand why some people think this is AI generated and it's fake. It's just too absurd. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the officially most powerful man alive. It's truly unreal. Is that what you heard? He just admitted to the aliens. Is that what you heard? I don't know. I'm enjoying today's show. Thank you. This is I wish I could say this is why words are so important. This is why words are so important. I'm going to let you play this like 3 times. He's going places, maybe not to college. I don't know. I think he is going to college. Listen to this. See if you can understand what's going on here.
What'd you make? A homeless shelter, huh? Yeah, when we were kids, we called that a fort. Yeah. What'd you make? A homeless shelter, huh? Yeah, when we were kids, we called that a fort.
The dad's asking, or the grandfather, some adult male's asking, hey, what is that? And he said it's a homeless shelter.
Yeah. What'd you make? A homeless shelter, huh? Yeah, when we were kids, we called that a fort.
Unreal. That's not even a joke. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. That's not even a joke. Mark Fuentes, why do you keep restating what we can all hear? I don't know. I got a little Joe Biden in me? I don't know. I didn't even know you could hear it. I didn't even know there was anyone listening. You don't want me to add anything to it? Just play clips? Take my toys out of the sandbox and leave. This probably doesn't deserve to play on the show, but I'm going to punish you with it from Mark Fuentes. Everyone else, take a potty break. This is probably below you guys, but here we go.
So do you remember like 18 months ago when they really started in with all of the toxic masculinity nonsense? It didn't make sense to me at the time because masculinity is a good thing. Being a strong man is a good thing. And they're over here trying to turn everybody into soy boy beta males. And then about a year ago, they started appropriating women and taking away from us everything that we are and calling us birthing people and chest feeding. And that seemed really odd too. And I didn't quite understand that either. And then about 6 months ago, they started trying to groom the children, and it all made perfect sense because if you don't have a strong male to protect the family and motherhood isn't a thing anymore, you don't have moms that will come and rip a person apart from scene to scene that's trying to hurt their children, it's really easy for the pedophiles to come in and take the children. This is psychological warfare, and it's a war on words. Stand strong and protect the babies.
Only thing it's always been about words. It's always been about words. If you don't know that now, then you haven't been listening to the show, or I haven't convinced you or something. Why is the O wrinkled on your shirt? So I got this from AsRx, and I told them, I said, hey, your printer fucked my shirt up. And do you know what he said? It's supposed to be that way. Mark Fuentes, Sevan, in your own words, what the hell did she just say? Thank you. You're a good dude. It's just words. They're slowly, they just take the words and bend reality with it right before your eyes. It's not pedophilia. It's about accepting people for their attraction to kids. You're so close-minded. That kind of shit. It's not mRNA. It's a vaccine. That kind of shit. Life is unfair. I want to ask this guy where he came up with this shit. Where do you come up with this shit? Do you ever ask yourself questions who you would be without this story? Listen to this shit. This is what's happening in our schools. They're being programmed to be racist under the guise of not being racist.
Do disagree with the fact that it is systematically harder for some people in this country based on the color of their skin to excel in work, in their career, and education because of the color of their skin? Would you disagree with that fact?
Would you disagree with that fact? You fucking cunt. He should be slapped for that.
That institutional racism is gone. All of 100% of it is gone. Yeah. There's no institution. There's no racism that the government approves of. Nobody can get rid of the racism of human beings, the racism in human hearts, and that's going to stay. And I lived overseas for 7 years. This is the least racist country on the planet. It is the most multi-ethnic, most peaceable country on the planet. Is it harder to be Black than white in some instances? You bet. Do I think that a Black person has less of a chance of getting a job at this point? No, not if he's qualified. I think he probably has more of a chance because people are looking to hire, multi-ethnically. But part of life is that it's unfair. And so if you're going to make life fair, you have to start crushing people. And then you have a government that can make you stop talking, thinking, and feeling the things that you feel, and then you're no longer free. So freedom entails a certain amount of unfairness.
Would you disagree with the
Anytime you make shit fair, freedom's gone. It's called jail. Sevan, are people born gay or do they choose? Sevan, are people you're asking me to choose between when someone comes out of their mom's vagina or a doctor cuts open the mom's stomach and pulls them out from a C-section. You're asking me, that's what you mean by born, right? Like when you leave your mother's womb, one way or another, alive. Whether you choose which kind of genitalia arouses you, which of the sexes arouses you to want to climax, right? Is that, I'm trying to understand what gay means. Gay is who you want to climax with, the person you want, the sex that you want to interact with relative to your own sex that you want to climax with. Is that, and you're asking me if that's designated in the womb or the split second you come out, or if it's a choice. I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this: if you took all the girls off planet Earth, there'd be a lot of dudes sucking dick. And sometimes I say 6 months, but I think it's more like 90 days. I think as human beings, we calibrate very quickly. I think you take some fucking real angry, hating, real hating black men who hate white people, and you take one of them and you put them on an island with 600 white girls and 1,200 Asian girls, and they I don't know why more Asian girls, but they quickly recalibrate and forget that they hate white people and Asian people, and they start fucking them and loving them and start defending them. I know that people can recalibrate very, very easy. And if you don't think so, it's because you haven't tried. Oh, Jay Hartle. It's not gay if it's in prison. All right. Well, I fucked up my theory. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know whether I don't know. I have no idea. But I do suspect, I have spoken to many people who had something happen to them as a child. Oh, here, look, Gay Life chose me. So she's saying she was born like that. By the way, I don't think you can actually know either. I don't think you can know what happened to you when you were 1 or when you were 2 or when you were 6 months old. I don't know. There's so many factors. When you flip a coin, some people will say, hey, it's a 50-50 chance if it lands on heads or tails. That's how some people think. There's other people that know that it's actually determined by the way the environment that coin was flipped in and how it was flipped. And that it's not a 50-50 chance. Get your head wrapped around that. Get your fucking head wrapped around that. And so we all know, I bet you M knows them too, a lot of people who some shit happened to them at a young age that was sexual. and it changed their course. It changed their course, their sexuality. All the circumcised, I bet you all the circumcised men had their course changed. We've talked about this before. I don't know if I want to go into it and bug all the dudes who had their skin clipped right now. But basically, when I talk to men who are circumcised versus men who aren't circumcised, the way we talk about sex is completely different. It's way more of an intellectual fucking thing for men who are circumcised. I fucking had 12 gazillion fucking whatever those things are that allow you to feel ripped off the head of their penis when they were born. A matter of fact, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and Frank, and say, no, only men who are circumcised are gay. Yep, that's my answer. You cannot alter a person's brain. It's not possible. You're spewing nonsense. Alter a person's brain. There was, I worked with mentally disabled adults for many years. 24 hours a day. I remember reading this crazy study that you could take someone with who is born mentally disabled, some sort of biological difference in their brain, and then you could take someone who was physically abused, and then you could take someone, what was the third one? Who had trauma, like a motorcycle accident, and you could see that it was basically all the same thing in some of the patterns and some of the development of the brain. Frank, you really have to open your mind. You cannot alter a person's brain. Here, listen, I'm going to help you out right now. Go into your refrigerator. Find the moldiest bag of bread you can, so it just looks green, and eat it. And go for a long walk in the forest. Can't alter your brain. Take 50 fucking hits of acid, dude, and then come fucking back. I don't even know if I said any. I'm not sure what I said that made you say that, but you're fucking out of your mind. Oh, here we go. Imagine in this day thinking that homosexuality is chosen. What, chosen? Imagine. Dude, you're like that libtard lady. You're like that libtard lady I just said. You're rolling your eyes and not saying anything. Do you want to have this conversation or not? Imagine thinking it's chosen. Meaning you're saying that, I know what you're saying, but I don't think anyone is saying that, but I don't think you should be so closed-minded. What you're saying is that there's not a single person on planet Earth who was born liking well, here, how about this? You're saying that there's not a single person born on Earth, man, who likes pussy, but is like, you know what? I'm going to choose dick. Well, first of all, I'm going to say you're completely wrong. There's got to be at least one. But on the other side, Frank, how about this? By implication, you're suggesting that there's no one born who says, I really like dick, but you know what? I'm going to have some pussy. Because, dude, there's millions like that. Oh, I just fucked you up. God, I just fucked you up. All right. We can continue tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Those hits of acid ain't going to make you fuck dudes if you weren't born gay. Listen. You haven't hung out with enough meth heads, dude. Every person who fucking went to a fucking real college and fucking party knows a handful of dudes who were straight as fuck, who did fucking meth and stayed up for 3 months, who ended up with dick in their mouth. But we're way off target here. I know that wasn't the point of your question. Hey, dude, if you're gay, it's cool. There's not, like, if you're born like that, cool, it's cool. But Frank, if you don't think that there's some people out there, like a lot of them, who something really bad happened to them at a young age, like a girl, something bad happened to you. Like your dad's best friend raped you. And it was such a fucking bad experience that you're fucking terrified of men. So you do everything in your power to be a lesbian to get protected from a piece of shit men. Then you're crazy, dude. Then like you just haven't, you live in a fucking bubble. You need to move to the fucking Bay Area and start talking to lesbians. All right. Free education. I charge $1,000 an hour. I've just raised my rates from $500 an hour for any parenting consulting. It's only for elites. Okay. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Twice tomorrow, I think. I think we got Frony coming on tomorrow. Yeah. And here's another thing. Yeah, you can get plenty. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Everyone enjoy any genitalia they want. I don't care. I'm totally and I'm totally fine. If you're an adult and you're a man and you'd like to taste dick, or be my guest, I do. Please continue to donate to the show. Thank you.